What's going on, guys? I know this is a different style of video. I am still setting up my new apartment, and I've got a new camera so I can do videos more like this as well, not just opening packs and stuff like that. I kind of want to go over some cards that, to me, are number one, they're going crazy on the graded side of things, hence the name Pokey Slabs. So I'm really into grading cards. The other thing that I wanted to point out is PSA's pricing. So I've picked 5 cards that I think are great for investment, especially if you buy it raw. If you buy it graded, then you're kind of paying, I think, a little bit much. But I mean, I can't control the market and all that kind of stuff. But let's go ahead and jump into this, and then we'll discuss the PSA pricing. So let's take a look at this. So we're going to start off with the first one. The first one I've got here is going to be the Cleffa from Obsidian Flames. Now, I've got a bunch of these. I sent one out to get graded, got it back. It came back at 10. That's why you can see where I've got the one in possession at 325. I got this thing graded, returned it at the beginning of the month, I believe, and it was valued at $140. And I was ready to price it because there was somebody that I knew that was looking for it, and I was like, all right, 140 bucks, I'll see him at the next card show. But as you can see, the insane growth. So let's say I've had it for graded for about a month. So it is, what month was today? Today's February 6th, so we'll say January 2nd. There you go. PSA 10, $148.15. It is now February 6th. We're talking about a month, and now we're at $325. I'm so excited. Y'all saw the grade. I already did a video on the grading. I can link it down below if that's something you want to see. So with this having a price of $22.67, and that's usually in near mint to mint, and then you take it and get it graded, you are printing money on this card. All right, I've got like 5 more of these to send to PSA, and I am definitely doing that because even if this is a fluke, it might be a little bit of a fluke, but it's not going to be a crazy fluke. It is a beautiful card though. I've always loved this card. All right, so let's take a look at the next one. Okay, now this one I just found out about. It blows my mind. I am on the hunt for this card. I want to find like 10 of these, and I am going to sell them all because this is absolutely insane. We're talking about the Drowsy from the Illustration Rare from the Scarlet and Violet base set. Cool artwork. Nothing that crazy, to be perfectly honest. Raw card value is $33.60, but as you can see, PSA 10, $600. That is the most insane number from raw. I mean, that's a huge profit. When you say you're printing money, I don't think the Federal Reserve could print faster. This, I looked it up and people were like, yeah. And so I've been searching for them. If I can find it, I'm going to give that person a gentle slap and just take it and put them to a forced sleep. Sorry, I had to. This thing is insane. It would be a sell for me. It'd be a grade and sell. I mean, I don't know if it's going to keep on going up like it is, because you see this right here. We go from 175 and basically the very next day, or, a couple days down the road, 175 to, what is this? Almost $400. And now we're at 600 bucks. And I don't have this card. I want it, and I will find it, and I will get it graded, because not everybody's going to look at this and be like, oh, this is sought after. Why it's going up in value, I do not know. That's why all of these cards are just the most insane thing ever. All right, moving on to the next one. Okay, so these next two are going to be kind of together. They're both from Stellar Crown. They're both IRs. It's going to be the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur, which I have 2 of each. They've been both sent to PSA. Now, this isn't as easy to make money, obviously, $33.60 to $600, where this one is 68, 69 bucks. So you got to have, you know, 150, $160 to just buy the cards to get together. And then getting them graded, you're looking at $249, which is great. And almost $300. So both of these are absolutely money makers. They're well printed for the ones that I've personally received. I bought 2 of them, both of them at my last card show, which I do have one coming up in 2 days actually, so I'm really excited for that. And I've sent them off to get graded along with, I believe, the next card. No, I mean, I did send one of these cards. I forgot about this card. This is another great card, and it's beautiful. I've always thought this one was loved, underappreciated, because you look back here, you're talking about a $6 card. Down here, you're talking about a $75 card. I've always thought this should be really closer to $100 at all times, but as you can see, it is now a $350 card. This is the set that I started with. I've been watching Obsidian Flames. All their cards are going insane, and this is the set I actually started collecting with. This was right before 151 was launched, and all of these you could get real. I mean, the pull rate was so easy, and at the card shows, I always try to pick these up. I mean, 25 bucks. Grade it, you're at 350, and let's say hypothetically you don't get a perfect 10. You're still making money. $25 for a raw card, $44 for a PSA 9. That does not happen. And worst case scenario, PSA 8, you're still at, let me scroll this down a little bit. Sorry, you can't see that. PSA 8, you're still at a $30 card. So with this card, you have kind of some room. Now, would I do it at this rate? No, because you're technically losing money because of the cost of PSA. Because at the time I was grading everything that I've sent so far was at 16 bucks. Now I want to show one more card that I think is just basically printing money. Price high to low is this card right here. Now it's gone up recently. You used to be able to pick this card up for around 50 or 60 bucks. See where it says 40. Now you're at 50, and then now we're all the way back up to 73. But a PSA 10, I sold a PSA 10 last month for 350 bucks. We're at 435. I've got both of those Bulbasaur and Venusaurs and a couple of these. I bought all 3 of them for 125 bucks. So at 73, 80, and 68 in a month's time, that's insane. And now, to be fair, I also bought it at 70% market value because I do buy the table and I am a reseller. So this to me is absolutely insane. Now, to sum up the video, last thing that I really wanted to point out. Oh, I love this card too. And these are a little bit harder to grade. That's why they have the 435. And really, the harder cards that grade are usually worth a little bit more because it's the difficulty, the pop number, and all that kind of stuff. But guys, let's go on to talking about PSA real quick. PSA.com. All right, so PSA used to be, I believe, $15.99 or $14.99 to get, no, $15.99 to get graded. The downfall is you have to also send 20 cards per submission to get that pricing. Otherwise, I believe it's $25 a card, which is, unless you're submitting something that's worth around 500 bucks, and you're just in a rush to get it graded and make, like, even if you got like one of the new SIR or SARs from the new set that's worth $1,500, you get the Sunbreon. This wouldn't even cover it because that's like less than the raw price. So now you're going up to literally somewhere in, no, you're probably closer to $300 just to get that graded. Something like that. Okay, anyways. Now, I was going through PSA. PSA used to be $16, $15.99. Now it's up to $18.99. So PSA, GameStop, everybody has gone up because they have to follow what PSA is charging. So that means there's a huge influx of grading. getting done. So 20 card minimum to send at $17. However, it does say you have to be a collector's club only members. So if I hit join, it's $150 minimum. So the benefits are you can get grading starting at 17 bucks. They have specials, then PSA magazine, and $60 to spend on Fanatics Live. Now, if you spend 200 bucks, you get Card Ladder Pro, which I don't know what that is. $150 a year value. Bulk grading starting at $17. Same thing as this. Monthly grading special, same thing as the $150. Magazine subscription, same thing. And then $125 as opposed to $60 on the Fanatics Live. So basically, if you send 150 cards in, you're basically paying an extra dollar. So you're at $18 per card at this rate, which brings you back to $1 less here. Now, if you're grading like 1,000 cards a year or more, I think this is hands down the best selection. You have to pay for shipping, but you know you're shipping it. You know you're dropping it off at UPS. You know the values, you know all that kind of stuff, and you can kind of anticipate if they're going to send you a tier bump price and all that kind of stuff. $18.99, I think, is still worth it. It's starting to push the price a little bit, but I think eventually it will go down. This is supposed to actually get people to hold off a little bit because you're sending so many cards in. I sent 36 cards this last time, so the next time my goal was to send 100 cards or 50 cards or 75, and I'm still going to do it. I just have to consider for every 30 cards, I'm sending an additional $2 per card, which sucks. So it's $60 extra on 30 cards. That's a lot of extra money. So you have to definitely, if you're selling, you have to definitely take that in account. Usually if you're grading that many, you're selling. But guys, I hope this actually helped you out a little bit. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. Until next time, peace.